The National Assembly has extended its resumption from the 23rd of September to October the 7th. Clerk to the National Assembly, Kamaru Ogulano, says committee work will continue during the break and apologized to members for any inconvenience. The National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies and the National Judicial Institute are deepening cooperation to strengthen Nigeria's democracy. At a joint meeting, leaders of both institutions agreed to expand knowledge sharing, capacity building, and joint research to advance governance and the rule of law.
NGI, for us to achieve, we need sister agencies like yours, like NEOS. There are many that they have mandates slightly different, but our mode of operation.
This meeting, we can come up with some technical, about 3, 4, 5 technical team from the two sides to look at the likely areas of collaborations. Let's give them 2 or 3 ways to look into it. Let them turn in their report to us, and let something start in earnest. Both NGI and NILS are there to strengthen the capacity of the 2 organs of government.
You're watching the Hallowed Chambers, and my guest today on the show is the senator representing Kogi West Senatorial District, Senator Karimi Sunday. It's good to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Well, let's begin with the pressing matter before the Senate. How is the Senate looking to rebuild its image that appears to have been battered by the allegations and accusations that followed the suspension of the Kogi Central Senator, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Aduaghan?
Yeah. Thank you. We are moving beyond that. Just like I said on the floor that day, we've stayed too much on that subject. And you know how it all started? Change of seats that led to blackmail and throw of abuse to the Senate President, to my good self, and every other thing that follow about blackmail, about sexual harassment and all that. Look, we are most of the, I can say it for a fact, that my colleagues in the Senate, they are responsible citizens that they were out to give our best to this country and to our people. All those side attractions about personal issues of ego, we are moving beyond that.
Senator, that's what we keep hearing anytime we speak to any senator in the chamber. We're moving past that, but we've not seen any significant role the Senate or its leadership or the spokesperson is playing in, giving rebuttal comments, because we've seen Senator Natasha going even on in the international media, stating her facts. But the Senate seems to be quiet on that.
We are trying not to join issues with her.
Okay.
She wants to keep this.
So how do you hope to sustain
She wants to keep that.
Or such a very reputable organization or
she wants to keep that as the narrative. No. We have work to do for our people. We have the tax reform bill to finalize. We have a lot of things to do for our people. So we don't want to keep talking about that. She's the one traveling all over the world and trying to keep that as the issue. She was elected to represent our people. Going to IPU in New York, going to BBC, going to German television, going to Holland and all that. Will we get to bring dividend of democracy to our people through that? Would that bring infrastructural development to our people?
The narrative now is that the National Assembly seems not to be gender-friendly, especially to the women folk. Is the Senate not worried about that?
My dear, but that is not true.
I'm not in any way to
That is
judge
not
that.
true. Let me tell you, we have 4 elected women in our midst, and they are, I can say, 3 of them, they are responsible women, and they've been contributing a lot since the beginning of the 10th Assembly. These women, they have good committees, and they are all well carried along. I can say of a truth that the chairman of Health Service, Senator Banigo from Rivers, she's doing a lot in the health sector. I can say of a truth of my sister, Senator Riti Kingibe. She's the Senate Committee Chairman on Women's Affairs. She's doing a lot on, at least, improving the representative of gender in issues across the nation. And she just brought a bill on gender equality, and we are supporting her. My sister, Senator Idiot from Lagos, is the chairman committee on humanitarian services. Even Senator Natasha Poti, she was even the one that was even patronized more than the other. Whereas she came late, she was given the chairman, Senate committee on local content, and vice chairman still. All these other senators, they didn't get as much as her. She was the one following SP all over the place, or IPU meetings. She was even better patronized.
Well, you are also from Kogi State and the chairman of the Senate's Committee on Senate Services.
Yeah.
You are responsible for reallocating seats. Among other responsibilities of your committee, do you think you could have handled the situation better to prevent this kind of outcome?
My dear, that wasn't the first time that seats were reallocated in that chamber. In fact, when we came in to the new chamber, I mean the refurbished chamber, when seats were allocated, it caused a bit of a problem because some senators that came before her felt that she was placed in front of them, and they frowned at that. They felt, why would I do that? In fact, the Senate president was unhappy with me.
So you're saying that's not the first time that her seat was changed?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time she was in front, she wasn't supposed to be there.
And she didn't seem to have a problem when the seat was moved to the back?
When the seat was moved to the back. In fact, she wasn't even supposed to be where she was. She told me she preferred that place. And I left her there. This time around, 3 senators, 2 or 3 senators. I'm talking of, okay, we lost Senator Ifeanyi Yuba and Senator Monday, the governor of Edo State, moved from the Senate. And which other senator? One other senator. So we moved from the minority party to majority. So we had a situation where we have 3 seats, the minority party, that are empty. So we had to adjust.
Now you're bringing a new angle to this story. You said this is not the first time that her seat has been changed.
Yeah.
She didn't seem to have a problem with the first time that her seat was changed.
Yeah.
But this other time, she claims that she was not properly notified before her seat was moved.
Look, the rules are there. You don't need to be notified.
Was she notified the first time?
No. When she came in, the sergeant, the sergeant had armed people. They told her there was change of seat. This is your new seat. And she said she was not going to take it. Let me tell you, my dear, it was not just about seat.
What was it about?
She knows.
You tell us. You seem to know. And she's your sister.
Okay. If you remember, on the floor that day, I told the world how she even became the chairman local content. The chairman local content was given to Senator Ohere that she took over from.
Okay.
Senator Ohere deserved it, having worked for Senator Akpabio Emergence as Senate President. So, when that seat was vacant and she came in, the Senate President reluctantly refused that. He wasn't going to give that position to her. That she was a rookie. That we need to give that position to an experienced person, and there are people that came before her who should have been given that. But I lobbied him, along with my colleague, Senator Issa Jubre. In fact, I had to meet with the husband so that we do the necessary lobbying, but talking to our colleagues.
When you say not lobbying,
talking.
How did you lobby?
When you want something.
So why were you lobbying for a special committee for her in the first place?
Because she's from my state. And the seat, the past position that was left was occupied by somebody from Kogi State. So I didn't want that position to go to another state.
And you feel that this does not give her some sense of entitlement, because she seems not to understand that maybe you did her a favor, because that's what you keep saying. You did her a favor by lobbying, but she feels she's entitled to whatever privilege she got.
That is far from the truth. She knows. The husband knows. So she wouldn't have even been given a committee chairmanship, because the Senate president was vehemently against that is wrong.
Well, let's take this quick commercial break. We'll still continue the conversation right after this break. Stay with us. We have more.
I write to request the kind approval of the National Assembly.
Behind every decision, every vote,
the ayes have it,
and every heated debate lies the heartbeat of democracy.
This matter is very, very important.
I therefore rule you out of order.
Welcome to the place where it all unfolds. Every week, I take you inside the inner workings of the assembly, where laws are shaped, decisions are made, and the future of the nation is decided.
the ayes have it.
Join me, Tijesu Adeoye, and other seasoned experts, analysts, and lawmakers at the National Assembly
as they uncover the real stories behind the headlines and offer unfiltered insight on the most pressing issues of the day.
This is your front row seat to the heart of power.
Watch the Hallowed Chambers every Saturday at 9 p.m. only on TVC News.
Glad to have you back. You're still watching the Hallowed Chambers, and we still have with us in the studio Senator Karimi Sunday, representing Kogi West Senatorial District. Now, talk to us about your personal effort to mediate in the controversy caused by the seat allocation and Senator Natasha's allegations of sexual harassment, because from your own account, these efforts did not really do much aside, the intervention you made on the floor along your other colleagues.
Some of my colleagues went to her, tried to talk to her. I didn't go to her directly, because immediately she came in, she was very angry. She shouted my name, abused me, abused my mother.
Did you have any personal, issue with her before that incident? Was there anything personal?
Okay. When she came in, initially, I walked a bit close because of the husband. The husband was very close to Senator Akpabio, and during Akpabio's campaign, he was all over the place with us. So, the fact that we gave her that committee position, and she knew the role we played, we were very close. The time came, she blackmailed me on something else, and I will say it here. As the chairman, Senate Services, part of my responsibility is to allocate vehicles to my colleagues. Those vehicles, before I was even made Senate chairman of Senate Services, were ordered for. So I don't receive those vehicles. The civil servants, they have the responsibility of receiving those vehicles. So when they receive the vehicles, they will just give me the chassis number of vehicles received. Mine is to allocate them to my colleagues.
You said she blackmailed you.
No, I'm coming to that.
About how
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. So, after some time, she wrote it on her social media that I was collecting used vehicle and distributing to my colleagues.
Do you have proof of that?
Yes. It's on our social media platform. When I saw it, I knew I have to be careful with the woman.
Why didn't you draw the attention of the leadership or the Senate to this matter? Why is it just coming out now?
My dear, you see, you, as much as possible, you avoid unnecessary dwelling on an unnecessary issue with your colleagues. So it's something that is weird. Look, I can name 4, 5, 6 senators that she had quarrel with, unnecessary quarrel.
But this never came to the public space, because now she's claiming that she's being victimized by her colleagues and none of them is standing for her. She's a very controversial figure, she knows. Look at Senator Kingibe just coming out to at least say her own perspective of the issues, but she went. You know, can you not remember how she attacked Senator Kingibe? They went to IPU meeting in Ivory Coast. She wanted to sit beside the Senate President. Another Senator Ekweyon sat there. She forced Senator Ekweyon to stand up while the meeting was going on. If you say she was fighting to sit with the Senate, I'm trying to establish a case here because they were considered once friends. Yeah. Now she's claiming that she's been sexually harassed by the same president of the Senate. And now you're saying she's fighting to sit close to him or to be close to him. Help us connect that dot. Excuse me. This thing that I'm talking of happened around April or May 2024. The claim of sexual harassment, according to her, happened December 8, 2023, just few weeks. She came in November 2023. Claim of sexual harassment, according to her, happened December 8, 2023. Look at the timeline. She did not say anything until last year, or is it early this year? And they've had good relationship, good rapport. Even the first problem we had with her was July last year, about when the Senate President said, made a statement that we are not in a cinema.
That's our package on the Hallowed Chambers today. Make sure you stay with TVC News for the latest from Nigeria's National Assembly. You can also catch this episode again on our YouTube channel and follow updates on WhatsApp and Telegram. Make sure you subscribe to stay informed. Thank you for watching. I am Tijesu Adeoye. See you next time.